Yeah, I remember we had one show. A woman said that she had sex with 4 guys over the course of a 24-hour period. And when she said it, the ladies were like, "What?" And then she's like, "This. What happens in Vegas?" And the ladies that first looked like she was crazy said with her in unison, "Stays in Vegas." So they literally judged her with facial expressions. They was there, and then they finished the quote about Vegas with her. That is some diabolical shit.
I mean, just because they finished a quote don't mean they agree. Like,
I'm just saying, like, this is good because that's why we need to psychoanalyze it, because we're trying to justify something that may not be good for us or the group. And so by us just like saying, "Oh, squirrel," like girl just said she was a hoe, but like, well, "Oh, squirrel, let's stay in Vegas," like our attention is gone. Like there's something.
but for you to sit there and say, because I finished a quote, I agree with this hoe, is fucking crazy to me.
So now you're gonna label me as what? A pygmy or a mammy?
I'm not gonna label you as anything.
A hyena is like a windmiller. That's the best connotation that I've been able to grasp from it, based off of who they call a hyena and when. A windmiller, like, they'll get, how I get sometimes, yeah. Loud, talking shit, cussing. Hyena.
I don't know. I think your definition was a little bit more spot on.
Mine?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What's his definition of a hyena? I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, so essentially the animal is a very accurate representation of that of the woman's modus operandi. So like as an example, the hyena, the animal itself is a matriarchy. The males are treated like shit. If you got a male run, oftentimes they die because they don't feed it, they don't look to feed it, nothing like that. So that's the disposition. Also, hyenas cackle regardless. In a fight, they cackle. Out of a fight, they cackle. Conversing with each other, they cackle. And hi, big baby. And so essentially that's the disposition of the woman. She represents the hyena in its truest nature.
So like even if she's being insulted, it should be like ha ha ha, should like laugh it off type stuff. You talking about like that?
I'm cackling? Just saying how she's acting, right? Cackle can be over talking, out talking, interrupting, not listening, loud, obnoxious, belligerent. That's what I thought hyena meant. The women, and also think about the matriarchy aspect. So I don't need men. Men ain't shit. Men ain't the leaders. All that would also apply.
Okay, yeah, I think I like your definition is more in depth and has more context. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, it's like the hyena was picked purposely to represent that archetype.
Women that will defend other women, no matter how egregious her behavior is, they will find some kind of excuse for them to not be accountable for whatever behavior it is that they're displaying.
Do they champion negative shit too? Yes.
I mean, yes, but at the same time too, how you say that you know how you say that silence is like co-signing?
Yes.
So I would say that the person that says silent is also considered part of the sisterhood, just based off of the responses that I've seen.
Yeah, I remember we had one show. A woman said that she had sex with 4 guys over the course of a 24-hour period. And when she said it, the ladies were like, "What?" And then she's like, "This. What happens in Vegas?" And the ladies that first looked like she was crazy said with her in unison, "Stays in Vegas." So they literally judged her with facial expressions. They was there. And then they finished the quote about Vegas with her. That is some diabolical shit, boy.
I mean, just because they finished a quote don't mean they agree. Like everybody,
right? That's where it gets tricky. That's where it gets tricky with the silence. I understand the silence or whatever. I understand where the other men are coming from when it comes to the silence. Like silence is like co-signing because you're not calling it out. But I also understand, like in this,
they weren't silent in the example I'm giving.
No, but I'm saying, but I also understand that just because you finish a well-known quote doesn't mean that you're also co-signing. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's bullshit. See, because here's the thing: when somebody is saying, so think about this. Let me ask y'all a question: is that disgusting or not?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
What, 4 niggas in 24 hours? That's hella disgusting. Yes.
Okay. So think about how egregious is that egregious or no?
It's
Very,
egregious.
Is it
Yes, it
is it
is.
trifling or not?
Very
It's trash.
Is it diabolical?
It is.
Yeah.
dangerous. Even.
It's very dangerous.
Okay. So think about somebody saying something egregious, right? Egregious. And then because they say a quote, I say it with them. You have no
Right.
discernment.
right.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's more so about finishing the quote than it is about seeing or it's more about finishing the quote than it is about understanding that how it would look on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying?
That's
The initial thought is finishing the quote. The secondary thought is, dang, maybe I probably shouldn't have said that watching the playback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
but
secondary.
she prefaced it with saying that she did something horrendous, and you basically agreed after the fact. So if you couldn't even,
Well, no, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think it was
When they
more
finish
so
the quote, they're not agreeing,
Yeah,
right?
it was.
When they finish in the quote, they're not agreeing, but they're not thinking about what it looks like on the outside looking into the audience, that it looks like you're agreeing right now. That's a
So
secondary
basically, they
thought.
should have said what happens and when they said stays in Vegas. They should have been like ho, but this didn't, and that was some hoe ass shit.
Right,
They cleared
like
up.
finish it. If you gonna finish the quote, say the other shit after the fact that matches your facial expression when she first said that
Remember, we're
she
assessing
screwed 4 dudes in
sisterhood.
one day.
Remember, we're assessing sisterhood. I want y'all to realize that the display, the fact that we have to talk through this when y'all want to make sense out of somebody making light of something egregious, is literally a pure example of what the detriment of the sisterhood potentially.
No, what I'm saying is I understand. That's all that I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm saying.
see, you know what? That's the same shit, right? That's the same shit. Because I understand what like that type of mindset or whatever like that. Now I could be considered part of the sisterhood because I'm quote unquote double minded. I see what it is or whatever how you were explaining it,
What
and
is
I
it?
also see just fit. What are you talking about?
What is it? Or what are you seeing that you understand? What's the understand?
Oh, because it's just a popular quote, so I'm just going to finish it, not realizing or not even thinking firstly how it looks on the outside. That you're actually co-signing said behavior.
It's not good.
I can see what Callie's saying, because sometimes we just do things
Good morning, first
automatically
and
without
foremost.
thinking.
Hey, Coco.
Oh, hi. Oh my God.
Raised by
Hey,
wolves, boy.
How are y'all doing? Excuse me.
Hey,
Excuse my-
listen. There's Coco. We understand what she's saying. The point is, it's bullshit. That's the point.
But how is it bullshit? Because unconsciously, you're gonna be like
That's crazy.
Vegas.
If you're
What
in a
happens to
room,
Vegas stays to Vegas. Like, do you know how long they program? That's like you going. That's like you riding in the car and they start playing Barney. I don't know. Whatever song you know, and you subconsciously just sing it because you know the song.
This
We're
is the
not agreeing
song
with the
that
behavior.
doesn't end.
that's
not
like
at
if somebody say, "Oh, it's good to go steal from the store at like nighttime. It's good to go shop at Walmart at night because there's not too many people there to check the receipts, so you can get away with stealing." And then you be like, "Yeah, that's right. I know that's like you agree." Like right after
But
like
that's two different
like,
kinds. No, it's not the same thing. It's not
Because you can do
because
it, don't mean you have to finish it though. Like you can finish
that's
it.
what
in
I'm
your head
saying.
if that's the case. If that's the case, if you have to finish it in your head. That makes sense too. If that's what you gotta do
at this time, like
if that's what you
gonna
gotta
be like, yeah, that's a good time.
finish it in your head.
y'all be so political correct for me. Like this is crazy.
But that's what we're talking about.
That's gonna be your argument. Oh, well, I'm gonna finish the quote because I know it. Okay.
But the question is, after that statement was said, was there any further?
And this is what I said, Coco, before you came. I said they should have just said, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas." But that was some hoe ass shit. Like so we acknowledge it, bitch. We don't agree with you because you was a hoe for that. But damn, we know
It's the automatic assumption that people are going to take into account my initial facial expression, like of disgust, right? But you know what I'm saying? But people don't, and they don't have to either, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it's a secondary thought, because their first thought was, hey, that shit is fucking disgusting. No. But just
my
finishing the
first
quote
thought
is
is
just
y'all be
finishing the quote.
psychoanalyzing people, and that'd be crazy to me.
We need to, because it's a detriment to us, and if we're
psychoanalyzing, no,
you got to hear what white school's saying.
No, I'm just saying, like, this is good because that's why we need to psychoanalyze it, because we're trying to justify something that may not be good for us or the group. And so by us just like saying, oh, squirrel, like girl just said she was a hoe, but like, well, oh, squirrel, so let's say in Vegas, like our attention is gone. Like there's something
But
wrong
for
there.
you to sit there and say, because I finished a quote, I agree with this hoe, is fucking crazy to me.
So now you're gonna label me as what? A pygmy? Or a mammy?
I'm not going to label you as anything. I'm not going to label you as anything because I don't get into the labels. But I think it is insane that because someone agrees with a quote, now they are stamped as agreeing with it or champion on whole shit. No, the whole shit was the whole shit.
But the quote was used to justify the whole shit.
Yes.
The quote was used to justify the whole shit. So if you like, it's like she said, I slept for 4 minutes, 24 hours. But you know what happens? But you know, like it's that. But you know what happens in Vegas, and then
right,
like people's like stays in Vegas. You right, like you know what?
Right, like I said, people don't have to take into account or register your initial reaction, your facial expression, because that's nonverbal, right? So anybody who's not necessarily looking at the screen is not going to see your nonverbal facial expression.
Hey,
as I said, people don't have to take that into account.
It's too redundant now, right? Let me put it so y'all can understand it well.
No, we understand it.
So this part, right? There was a rapper one time, he battling, and he's like, I'll do something, I'll have, something with somebody's daughter, right? The other battle rapper, right? And then the battle rapper says, my daughter's 15, right? And then he says, nigga, if she old enough to cross the street, she old enough to get. So you think because I know the quote, I'm justified saying she to get hit? No. What the reason why he's saying it is bad, right? So I'm in my mindset, it's bad. So once he finished that line, I said, nah, nigga, you fucking bugging. Just because I know the quote don't mean I repeat the quote when it's tied to something that's egregious. But the fact that you just going along is the definition of the sisterhood, and that's what makes it so detrimental. That like, see, you all.
Yeah, I said that.
Okay, so
hold on. When I'm done talking, y'all can go. That's why you have to tie it to something to where we're all sensitive, right? Also, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas is whole vernacular. You see, that's whole vernacular in itself that we're also ignoring. I'm done. Sod and Kelly, y'all can go. And I don't know if Coco.
I digress because that I can see to that point a little bit better. I can now. When the rap battle got me.
That's what I told you.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's some fucked up shit. But I still think
not but.
Okay, so it ain't no but I'm just saying, like white schools, they said the squirrel, we really don't be thinking like that. So it just be like, yeah, what happens to Vegas stays to Vegas. Ain't nobody, yeah, I get it, y'all win.
Sod. White schools said we need to psychoanalyze because that lack of analysis, you got a woman who had sex with 4 men in a 24-hour period thinking that it's okay because she got confirmation from you.
But I don't think that was confirmation, but I get it.
It is, because she gonna stop listening once you finish the quote with her. She gonna skip along. Told you niggas. Zahn said it was all right. Fuck out of here.
She gonna be like, exactly. Like, man, women disagree with me. She gonna be like, exactly. Like,
yeah, no, because I would have finished the quote and I would have told the bitch that she was a hoe still. So it wouldn't have been exactly no.
Just now when HAMP said the quote, I finished it, but I said, damn. Because that's fucked up. You see how you can't misconstrue that. Like that was a perfect example. Just now that was a perfect example because I did indeed finish the quote. I finished the quote. I said get hit. Damn. You feel me? So you can't misconstrue that. Damn. Came right after I said damn because that's fucked up. You see how you can't get that misconstrued? Just saying the quote like just finishing it after. That could have been taken.
I get that, but I just still think it's two different things. But I get the analogy.